Hi everyone, this is Tim Marcantonio coming at you again with another video blog. This is week number 2. I'm going to be talking about option number 1, which is to define the 7 essential skills that Scheninger discusses in the preface of his book, explaining the importance of each with respect to educating today's learners, include a discussion of when these skills should be introduced to students. These 7 skills are creativity, communication, collaboration, critical thinking, problem solving, technological proficiency, and global awareness. So I'm talking fast, this will take a while. Creativity, it's at the heart of innovation. There's a direct link between things that foster creativity like the arts and higher intelligence. Dana.org, a website devoted to responsible distribution of information about the brain, says that arts training can cause dramatic changes in the brain, including possibly strengthening the attention network, a series of regions linked to general intelligence. Communication. What's the point in being creative or intelligent if you can't communicate your ideas effectively? Anyone who has attempted to teach something can tell you that knowing something and having the ability to convey that something effectively is a skill and not necessarily something that can be done easily. This is something that needs to be practiced and developed in ways that will assist in the next skill, which is collaboration. In an ever-shrinking world due to technological advances, it's important for students to know how to work together with others to realize or achieve something successfully. There's never been a time when there are more opportunities for people to come together, and students need to not just be ready and willing, but also skilled and experienced in working with others to accomplish established goals. Critical thinking. Statement by Michael Scriven and Richard Paul, presented at the 8th Annual International Conference on Critical Thinking and Education Reform, define critical thinking as the intellectually disciplined process of actively and skillfully conceptualizing, applying, analyzing, synthesizing, and or evaluating information gathered from or generated by observation, experience, reflection, reasoning, or communication as a guide to belief and action. All right. That's some pretty fancy talk for basically saying that critical thinking is taking in and using all available information to answer some question. So what's the difference between critical thinking and problem solving, which is next on the list? Problem solving is more of a process involving critical thinking. This could include creating multi-step methods and strategies to work through a problem until it's solved. Mere critical thinking is only a part of the greater process of developing a solution. Often these days, this involves one of the many technological tools that are readily available, which brings me to technological proficiency, which is not just being aware of the available technological tools and advancements, but actually having experience and proficiency with them, which I'm becoming painfully aware of because of this class. I've been putting off learning all the ins and outs of social media, so now what may be almost common knowledge to many is something that I'm under the gun to learn for this class. Sure, I know what Twitter, blogs, and Google Docs are. Have I used them though? No. And now I'm very much aware, as I'm sure many of us are, of the importance of not just being aware, but proficient with technology. This technology is shrinking the world and making assets available that only a decade or two ago would have been far out of reach for many. Now, though, the biggest challenge to accessing many of these assets seems to be one's awareness of them, which brings me to global awareness. Today it is relatively easy to reach out across the world and take advantage of things if you're aware of them. But this awareness is only part of global awareness. We also have to be aware of our place in the world and be sensitive to the other cultures that we are so easily encountering. These skills should be introduced as soon as possible. They should be taught even before children enter school. In fact, as the father of a 2-year-old, I can honestly say that I'm trying to develop these skills in my son every chance I get, including the technological proficiency. He's probably more proficient with a tablet at this point than I am. Well, I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you have a great night. Thanks.